Well, again, good morning here at the North American Bear Center in Ely, Minnesota. It's right about 11 o'clock. And I apologize, I've got a little laryngitis today. I apologize for that. I'll be maybe clearing my throat a few times. But I think you'll be able to hear me. It's extremely humid here today. Light breeze, overcast, and it's over 70 degrees already. And I kind of wish it would rain to kind of take the humidity away. But I want to welcome everybody, our worldwide visitors, volunteers, who are helping make this worldwide pond cam happen, as well as we got quite a few folks on the deck. And I want to tell you what we got going here. We usually have Holly and Ted out at 11 o'clock. We also now have Honey Bear over to my right. For the PTZ driver, we have Ted right in the viewing area, front center by the logs. We have Honey over here toward the food. And what you're looking at right now in the viewing area is 2.5 acres of all woods, all natural except for obviously the pond and the 3 waterfalls. We have Ted Bear front and center here, and he's playing with what we call a cube or a block. And what's the purpose of that? Well, the purpose is he has to manipulate, think, and figure out how he's going to get the treats that are inside it out. It demonstrates problem solving, and they do very, very well at simple problem solving, as well as dexterity. They can do a lot of very, very minute tasks with their front paws. Honey Bear is the same. She's got a cube as well. She is probably maybe one of the most adept at the cube. If we had Lucky Bear out, he gets quite frustrated at the cube. It's not one of his favorite toys. But we give it to him anyhow once in a while, and then he gets a little frustrated, and he'll tend to throw it, or stand on it, or stomp on it. Ted Bear over here, he's a 17-year-old male black bear. He's always been in captivity. He was born on a game farm. If you were to meet a bear his size in the woods, he would be considered a large bear. From nose to tail, he's right at about 6 foot. And he weighs about 553 pounds as of just a couple days ago. I'm looking at Sharon, and she's shaking her head no. She has not found Holly Bear yet. Holly Bear's got a couple of good spots, and I'll point one out. One of them is that forked tall tree to my left. It's a white pine. The bottom half is alive, the top half is dead. That particular white pine is the largest white pine in the 2.5 acres. That white pine in 2007 was a Lucky Bear's cub tree, and he has climbed that tree, that white pine, as recent as the last couple of weeks. Holly Bear found that tree a couple weeks ago and has been sitting in it on a regular basis. She was in it last night about 7 o'clock when we closed. She was actually napping. I kind of expected to see her there now. Obviously, she's not there. White pines are very important to small black bears, especially cubs. PTZ driver, focus on to the left of the falls. PTZ driver, focus to the left of the high poles. People on the deck are saying they see Holly bear. Is Sharon with the bear? Holly, you're okay. Holly, you're okay. Holly, you're okay. Some of you out in the worldwide, where is she now? PTZ driver, focus on Sharon to the left of the high falls. PTZ driver, focus on Sharon to the left of the high falls. I know you people here at the Bear Center wondering who I'm talking to when I say PTZ driver. It is one of our fabulous worldwide volunteers that is manning that camera right up there. And they can remotely move it. They can pan, tilt, and zoom within 180 degrees of this location. Now this is where I would ask the people here at the Bear Center to try to be quiet. Holly is the bear that is not real likely to come down here with two other bears. She may with Ted. When she sees Honey, all bets are off. Because in the wild, it is a matriarchal society. And by matriarchal society, I mean the females run the show. And here we have Honey Bear, who's our 18-year-old female. Honey has treed Holly on a number of occasions. And you may think that's cruel, but that's the way it is. She just needs to make sure Holly understands who's the boss. Holly needs to learn that. I'm not sure if Holly knows that Honey is out. It's okay, Ted. You're okay, Ted. The reason why I said you're okay, Ted, is that Ted does not like someone coming up on his backside. Otherwise, he'll whip around really fast and we scare him. So whenever we either walk toward his backside or near him, we always call his name and tell him life's good. We're back behind him. Our goal is not to scare our bears, but to make them feel comfortable. At this point, again, where I'm standing by the scale right here. And I'm somewhat watching Holly Bear. Holly Bear knows Ted is out. She has seen him, I know that. But at this moment, I do not think Holly knows Honey Bear is out. If you see Holly stand on her back two legs, looking around, she's kind of panning the area, figuring out what other big bears are out here. She has been nose to Ted, but when Ted stands up and starts walking around, she gets a little nervous. Because in the wild, as a yearling, if she saw a bear the size of Ted, it's head for the woods, ask questions later, and climb a tree and stay put. That's how bears survive, is run first and ask questions later. They tend to be very shy and timid animals. I believe Sharon put out a fair amount of food out there for Holly. Our goal is to get her comfortable out here with the other bears. Now she's looking around, Holly Bear. She is looking around. It's like, okay, what's going on? For those of you at least here on the deck, if you see Holly, she looks a little scruffy on the back, on her back. You see some brown hair, as well as black. The brown is her undercoat from last winter that she is shedding. So that'll all come off in the next month or two. And then on my far right, we have Honey Bear. And you say, well, she must be completely shedding. She's not even black. That's not the case. She is a black bear. Honey is a black bear, but she's a cinnamon phase black bear, and she'll never be black. The lighter color on her back is fur that's going to come off because it is her winter coat. And when she goes into hibernation this fall, she's going to be a dark chocolate brown, and she'll never be black. Holly Bear has only been with us since this Christmas time. She came to us from Arkansas as a wild orphan cub. And when she came to us, of course, it was December 27th, and our goal was to get her to hibernate. And she did that in a matter of a week or two after arriving. She came out of hibernation in early April, and she had some medical issues that we had to take care of when she came out of hibernation. So she has not been able to explore this 2.5 acres until the very end of May. Our goal here is to integrate her with the other bears, and that's a process. It does not happen overnight. She has to be individually introduced to each of the bears and to learn each of their behaviors and personalities. Ted has been very gentle with her and very patient. We have just noticed here recently that her and our other 7-year-old male bear, Lucky, are beginning to play a little bit. Honey will not tolerate anything out of Holly. She's still treeing her and still making sure Holly Bear knows that Honey is the boss. And that will continue until Honey is positive that Holly knows who the boss is. How long will that take? Well, I don't know. Not really sure. That's kind of up to Holly. There are 2 people on the staff that Holly trusts very much, and one of them is Sharon, who is out there looking for her, and another staff member who is not here today. When Holly came out of hibernation, our goal was to get her to bond with some people here on the staff, and she has done that with 2 specific people. She allows them to do things the rest of us can't do, and that's just fine with us. Somebody asked me, well, how did she pick those 2 people? I have no idea. Why does a dog or a cat or any animal bond more with one person than another? Don't know. But we've got one of her surrogate moms here today, and she will come to her voice, and she also sees them as security, because of course, being an orphan cub, she's been without a mother. Our goal right now in her development is to get Holly to be more independent of her 2 human mothers. Her mother is way over here right now in the corner, and she's over there by herself. Probably a month ago, she would have run to the woods and hid or climbed a tree. Our goal is to have less and less time with their mother so that she's willing to come out here by herself, even with 3 big bears, because she can outrun all of them, and she can climb higher than any of them. We know that, but she needs to learn that. We hope by the end of the summer she will have been integrated into the entire 2.5 acres here. We have reasonably clear evidence that she's beginning to wants to play more. We have, with the pond cam and the help of our volunteers, they have taken videos when we haven't been out here, observing her, investigating here all by herself to try to get comfortable and learn the lay of the land. I just happened to notice here we've got a lot of clover that's blooming, and it's all white clover. And we've planted that here. That's a big favorite for bears, and we've also noticed Holly Bear has found that out. She too likes clover, Some of her favorite foods, though, are red grapes, which all 4 of our bears enjoy. They don't care for green as much. And one of her all-time favorites, Holly Bear, is peanuts in a shell, unsalted. Yep, we tried the salted, doesn't work. She will reject the salted and wait for you to give her something, peanuts in a shell, unsalted. What do we feed them? I'll just quickly go over some of the things we feed them. For breakfast, they had a few red grapes, raw eggs, a raw egg, romaine, and a piece of fruit. Other things we feed them are carrots, romaine lettuce, apples, peaches, pears, plums, variety of mixed nuts, where peanuts being a favorite, grapes, dried apricots, and dried cranberries. They're omnivores, and only about 10% of their entire diet is protein, and our bears get their protein here from the egg, from nuts, as well as avocados and apricots. And we also will give them tuna fish out of a can. That also has protein. I'm going to go off mic here and let everybody hear. You people here on the deck have been phenomenally quiet, and your reward really is allowing Holly to stay out a little bit longer. If the larger bears do exit, she may or may not come in the viewing area alone. She's done that on a few occasions as she's beginning to be more brave. So PTZ driver, we have both Ted and Honey toward the food shed, and PTZ driver, we have Holly near the big swing. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today worldwide to this particular podcast, and I want to also thank the moderators on our family-friendly chat pages, as well as the PTZ driver managing the camera. Sometimes Holly moves pretty quickly, and it's a challenge to keep up with her. For those of you here at the North American Bear Center today, I want to tell you that we're open every day from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and your admissions today is a day pass. That means you can come and go as many times as you'd like today. You can visit other Ely attractions, and if you're interested in wildlife or other animals, might I suggest the International Wolf Center, which is approximately 1 mile the other side of downtown Ely. It's a great place. They do have a pack of wolves there, and it's really interesting to watch that as another animal here in the area. I'm going to be signing off, and I want to say thank you to everybody for coming to the Bear Center today. And wherever your travels take you, please be safe and enjoy this nice weekend. Thank you very much.